Welcome back to the Docker Beginner's Guide, Lesson 10. And this is the one where your work finally leaves your laptop. Up to now, every image you've built has been sitting locally, useful only to you. Today we change that with 3 commands: login, tag, push. And the best part? That same shape works on Docker Hub, GitHub Container Registry, or any private registry your company runs. Learn it once, use it everywhere. So here's the map for the next few minutes. 4 skills. First, the mechanics, login, tag, push. 3 commands you'll know cold by the end. Second, picking the right registry. Hub for personal stuff, GHCR when your image lives next to your code, and private registries like ECR, GHCR, or Harbor for company work. Third, security. Access tokens instead of passwords, because hub passwords on the CLI are deprecated. And fourth, a versioning strategy that production can actually trust. Semver tags, immutable digests, and please not latest. Let's see the whole thing end to end. Step 1, Docker login. Your credentials get cached in config.json, so you only do this once. Step 2, Docker tag. You take your local myapp.1.0 and stamp it with the registry path, Laszlo myapp.1.0. Step 3, Docker push. And notice Docker only uploads the layers that actually changed. The rest, it skips. 3 commands, and your image is live. Anyone with access can now pull it from anywhere. Now let's slow down on that tag, because it's doing more work than it looks. Read left to right. GHCR.io is the registry, the host you're shipping to. Laszlo is your user or organization, the namespace. MyApp is the repo, the image name itself, and 1.0 is the tag, your version. Same 4-part shape everywhere. Docker Hub, GHCR, GitLab, ECR. Learn the pattern once and every registry suddenly looks familiar. So which registry do you actually pick? Honestly, it depends on where your code already lives. Docker Hub is perfect for hobby projects and open source. Free public repos, huge audience. GHCR is the no-brainer if you're already on GitHub. Auth is just your GitHub token in CI. GitLab makes sense when your pipelines are there. And for real production workloads on AWS or GCP, ECR and Artifact Registry give you IAM-based auth and same region pulls that are fast and cheap. Same workflow everywhere, just different trade-offs. Now, before you push anything, one rule. Never log in with your account password. Use tokens. They're scoped, read-only or read-write. They rotate, they revoke, and they don't leak your real credentials into CI logs. The pattern's the same everywhere. Docker Hub gives you a pat from account settings, GHCR takes a GitHub token, ECR hands you a temporary one from the AWS CLI. Pipe it through passwords TDN, scope it tight, rotate it quarterly, and never, ever commit it to a repo. Okay, credentials sorted. Now let's talk about what you actually push. Here's where most beginners trip. They tag everything, latest, and call it done. But tags are mutable. Tomorrow, 0.1.0 could point to completely different bytes. Digests, those SHA-556 hashes, are forever. So the production pattern is this. Ship multiple tags for humans, 1.2.3, 1.2, and 1, but when you deploy, pin by digest. That way, rollback is one hash change, and "it worked yesterday" stops being a mystery. Now that you've got the basics down, here are 6 power moves that separate hobby pushes from real release artifacts. BuildX gives you multi-arch in one shot, x86 and ARM, perfect for M-Series Macs deploying to cloud servers. Push all tags at once for full releases. Inspect manifests without pulling. Pull by digest in production. Add OCI labels so platforms like GHCR auto-link your image back to its repo. And sign with cosign so consumers can verify the bytes are yours. Learn these, and you're shipping like a pro. Here's the whole lesson on one screen. 12 patterns covering auth, tagging, pushing, pulling, and the advanced moves. Notice the shape. The left column is your everyday flow. The middle column adds precision with specific registries and digests, and the right column is your power tools. Screenshot this one. When you're pushing your next image at 2 in the morning, this is the page you'll want open. Now the mistakes. 5 of them, and every junior hits at least 3. 1. Pushing without tagging first. The local name and the registry name are 2 different things. 2. Using your account password in scripts when a scoped revocable personal access token exists. 3. Shipping. Latest to production. It's mutable, so yesterday's image isn't today's. 4. Baking secrets into image layers where anyone who pulls can read them. And 5. Building on an M-series Mac and deploying to x86, always pass, platform with BuildX. Learn these once, and you'll never debug them at 3 a.m. Time to put hands on keys. 3 exercises building on each other. First, sign up at Docker Hub, create a personal access token, tag your Lesson 6 image under your username, and push it. Then pull it back to prove it's really out there. Second, tag the same image as 1.0, 1 and latest, push all 3, and confirm with Docker Manifest Inspect that they point to one identical digest. Third, grab that Shade 256 from the push output and pull by digest instead of tag. Same image, but now an immutable address you can trust in production. And that's Lesson 10 in the bag. Your image is no longer trapped on your laptop, and it's online, versioned, addressable by digest, and ready to be pulled by anyone or anything with the right credentials. You've learned the shape, login, tag, push, same on Hub, same on GHCR, same on ECR. Next up, Lesson 11. We take that image and deploy it to a real server. Just SSH, Docker pull, and compose up. The simplest deploy, from your laptop to a $5 VPS. See you there.